process of where they were at and where they went to. So it was quite a long presentation. Go to the next slide. And the best thing about it was he showed some of the tools that they had utilised in that journey, which I was quite impressed with. The lead pages, if we have time, how are we going?
Terrible.
Terrible? I've got some lead pages. We'll see if we can get to it. But it was actually informative to see what they've utilised and even to show some of the sequences. Go to the next slide. Oh no, it didn't come out. Okay. Move on. By the way, he, in that last presentation, showed heaps and heaps and heaps of sequences and how they've done campaigns as a consequence and the outcomes and all the tools that they were using. So you were getting knowledge about the sort of apps that you could link in, what the outcomes were, what they were doing, how they were revisiting opportunities that were coming off all their leads. They were measurement big time in the whole process. So it was actually really informative from the point of view of generating leads, converting, making sales. Podcasting. Anyone here do podcasting? Just one. Is that it?
I've done it for a client, but not my own.
I speak on other people's, but I haven't done my own.
Okay. I went to the session because I was curious, because podcasting is not that common in Australia, so that's proven my point, I guess. Next one. This guy talked about the fact that there is stages in podcasting, and most people are icy about it because we don't know anything about it. We don't have that gameness to keep going and have a go. And he says you can eventually build up some warmth and make it work for you. Next one. Cozy zone is where he got to. This guy started, I think, 4 years back, and he's now got a massive following. And the next one. So he went through what he experienced himself personally by doing podcasting, but he said it's working massively. US now is becoming a big thing, and I suspect that'll be like a wave to us here, because it is something you can listen to easily when you're driving the car. Next one.
Is that it?
Yep. He uses a lot of free in his podcast, and a lot of free was in a lot of evidence and everything in terms of presentations, particularly in terms of lead capture. So, free podcast course, free webinar course, all that sort of stuff. Now, how are we going for time? This is a reminder for me to check.
We've got 26 slides to go in 3 minutes.
All right, okay, go. Lead Pages did a really good presentation. They really have changed dramatically the way they do their business. They have recently gone through a whole process of change of lead capture. A lot of people are using Lead Pages. Who's used Lead Pages here in this room? Oh wow, look at this, perfect. They have gone through a, keep going. Content management. They're actually investing in content management people versus a salesperson, which is interesting. I hadn't thought of that. I've always been involved with having salespeople or BDMs, but they're using content management people to use lead generation pages to then generate business leads.
They pay commission based on lead source, and the lead source is attributed to a blog article. And then the ones that do well, not only do they incentivize the copywriter, but then they also use that copy for paid advertising.
Yeah.
Which just makes so much sense.
Inbound marketing, yeah.
Next one. And look what they do. I mean, they are really trying to cover everything they possibly can to generate leads to a lead page. But here's all the methodologies they can use. Next one. I thought that was interesting. And again, freeze. Resources, PDFs, next one. They have this set up now, so if you're using Lead Pages, you probably know this stuff. Keep going. When you can't read, keep going. They changed Lead Pages to this capture facility. Anyone using this little lead capture? Yeah. They found that made a massive difference. So the older version was simply a lead page like that. Keep going. The next one is you've got to fill out a box. And post opt-in pages, thank you pages. I learned that probably a year ago with Infusionsoft as well. Do massive stuff with your thank you pages, because even then you can give them a free PDF or something or other. So the thank you pages we've changed from dull to having a little bit of a video. I've even done fun videos on that sort of stuff. Next one. Webinars are really cranking up big time. Next one. 3 top conversion streams as a webinar. Next one. Top lead. If you're on the lead page, you probably get access to this information. The lead page is the top one. So actually, we're quite informative in terms of what we're offering to everyone in this session. Next one. Oh, they're talking about webinars. Go on. And they're getting pretty good conversions here from a webinar, 30 to 60%, which is actually quite impressive. I've started doing webinars, but I'm actually just doing to dull and colourless boring mortgage brokers. So I think I might need to go this to the consumer. Next one. So divulge the whole information in terms of their strategy. Okay, next. Next. Okay.
Good
Next.
stuff.
Shopping. Why would you go shopping in Phoenix?
$1.90.
$1.90. That's why she cleaned up and did gazillions of next. And you get to mix and mingle. So this was the Aussie group, and I think we had one ring in. But otherwise, we went out for dinner. And you mix and mingle, and you throw around ideas, and you have a good time. And it's actually the greatest bunch of people you're going to meet, to be honest. And it's well worth your while. Make the effort, make the time. That's about it for me. Keep going. Yes, we caught a plane. And I can highly recommend Hawaii. We went through LA last time. It's a long journey to LA from Sydney, but Hawaii gives you that stop. It's about a 7-8 hour journey to Hawaii versus 14 hours all the way to LA and then 2 hours down. So I found that was a good way of going. And that's it.
Any questions?
Did you say Lisa present?
Sorry?
Did you say Lisa present? Was she presenting?
She presented last year to win, and she did a presentation as well. I actually ended up, strangely enough, in another presentation. I think that was the Facebook page one, and she was presenting. Did you go to Lisa's? I know Leanne did. She thought it was good. Yeah.
But I've got the library if anyone would like it.
There you go. Aha. Good on you.
I've got to say, you touched on lead generation, and I think it's fascinating. Yeah, my mind boggles. Yeah.
The intriguing thing I found for this is that you don't actually open up the laptop and start spending time on the software in these presentations. It's all strategy, it's high level stuff. But there are breakout sessions, the experts are there. So if you want to sit down with an expert, an IT expert, they're there. All the consultants are there, so they have these available for you.
Thanks, Barry. 5 minute break, guys, before we sit up for the next one.
I think that was my last
That's really good, yeah. Very well.
I'm wondering if I should do a little bit of morning. I need to get the list is growing, Richard. Should I connect mine? You're happy to use yours? Because you're doing that? Okay. So I might... That's alright.
What sort of, is it a PowerPoint?
No, I'll do it live. So if I could get access
on the app?